Welcome back to the Realist Reviews. Today's review is focused on Legends of the Hidden Temple, Episode 7 entitled The Greek Legend of Atalanta. And the official synopsis of Episode 7 is 4 teams compete to win the chance at the Temple Run and $25,000. And before I give out my review, please like and subscribe and comment and tell me what I should review next. And we have another winner. We have another winner in this revival of a TV show. And how the episode starts off beforehand is that the teams that are competing in this episode are the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, the Silver Snakes, and the Orange Iguanas. And the mode challenge was that each of the teams had to knock down 2 different statues. The first one was easy, but then they had to find a pair of matching arrows that had the same colors and everything, and then knock down the second statue, and then they had to tear open another statue before they were able to advance into the next round. And the Red Jaguars, they were on a mission. They were always in the lead, with the Orange Iguanas being close behind. The Silver Snakes and the Blue Barracudas struggled in the first part of the challenge, but they were in a race of their own, as it was a close tie between those two, as in who was going to make it into third place. Long story short, the Silver Snakes made it into third place, and the teams that advanced were the Red Jaguars, the Orange Iguanas, and the Silver Snakes. The Steps of Knowledge was up next, and the Silver Snakes starts off on a huge tie. They were in first place for most of the game until the Orange Iguanas and the Red Jaguars slowly started to creep up back into second place. And then, long story short, it was a huge 3-way tie. And once again, the Red Jaguars came in first place. And it was a 2-way tie between the Orange Iguanas and the Silver Snakes. And the Silver Snakes were able to advance into the Temple games with the Red Jaguars. The first Temple game, both teams were competing at the same time, which was they had to knock down a huge building statue with a slingshot with boulder balls. And then they had to grab the fake person that was standing up on top and everything, basically pin him to the ground like a wrestler, do a 3 count, and whoever made it first wins the first game. And the first game was a close game, as it was between the last building block for both of the teams, as they both were having difficulty when getting that last building block knocked down and everything. And the Red Jaguars, they came on top. They split the fake person's wig, and long story short, they got the 3 count, and they won Temple game number 1. The second Temple game was timed, and the teams had to recreate the famous Atalanta race, and they had to find 3 golden apples that matched a ball's color and everything. And whoever finished the fastest time won the game. And the Red Jaguars, they were on a mission, and they absolutely destroyed the game. They finished within like 100 seconds and everything. The Silver Snakes struggled profusely even on the first ball. It was like they didn't know what to do. Like, they couldn't even find the first ball and everything. They were able to find the first ball with over 20 seconds left. But then, long story short, it was over. And just like that, the Red Jaguars are going to the Temple games. And the players for the Red Jaguars are Bradford and Diogo. And the artifact was located in the Queen's Armory, and it was a giant golden apple. Diogo was the first one to start off in the Temple runs, and he starts off on a fast pace. He encounters a Temple guard in the Pit of Despair. He has some trouble in the Room of the Beloved, but makes it through, and he gets captured in the Shrine of the Silver Monkeys. Bradford continues where Diogo left off, and he is able to make it through the rest of the rooms. He is eventually able to make it into the Queen's Armory room, grab the artifact of the giant golden apple, and he makes it out of the temple run with less than 14 seconds left. And that is how the episode basically ends. I felt like this was a cool episode once again. It was really nothing too serious, nothing extremely over the top and everything else. I would probably say some of the things that I liked about this episode was that the Red Jaguars was on a mission to win, and they won every single thing, and they was always in first place as well. Like, they came in first place in every game, which was pretty crazy. And it is the second Red Jaguars team as well to win in the Revival Series. So that's another good and everything. Kurt Fogg does not make an appearance this time around this week, sadly. He may come back next week. He may not. Only time will tell. But yeah, we have another winner in this Revival. And who knows who's going to win next. Hopefully the Blue Barracudas or somebody else. But as always, thank you for watching. And until next time, goodbye.